Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Sorry, yeah, who is he?
I said he works for a company that designs things for, the royal family.
Whoa.
Earphones. So one of the princes or the little princesses want earphones.
Yeah.
They're not going to go to Tesco or these shops. They get their specially designed in it. And he works for that kind of company.
Oh. Must be proper hard job.
He's a designer, so he's just designing.
Assalamu alaikum. Is it working? I've read it. Maraqi al-Falah and Nur al-Idah. Yeah, they are good basic books on Hanafi fiqh. Maraqi al-Falah is very good commentary. Okay, I thought I'd do a live stream today, but I don't know, the live stream keeps stopping. So let me know if you guys can hear, let me know if you guys can see, otherwise I'll have to do it on another day. I thought I'd just do it on Jummah today because Jummah is a blessed day and it's raining outside and I can't bother going to the car. So anyway, so I did a poll the other day. I don't know if any of you guys had participated in the poll. The poll is basically what hand do you use to type on your phone? So I actually got I think it's about 126 people so far have participated in the poll, and about, I think it was how much? There was actually about 2 people or 3 people said that they use their phone without their hands, and I'm thinking, are these guys crazy? Unless I was thinking, yeah, okay, maybe they use Siri or maybe they use Google. Okay, so yeah, it's working now, yeah. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so I'm using it from my phone, so I think maybe the signal isn't as strong. So how is everyone? Is everyone doing well on Jummah? How is where are you guys from around the world? Or are you guys from Aston and Alam Rock? Yeah, the most exotic places that people of Birmingham have ever seen. So today is the last day of exams, and you know what that means. Last day of exam means rest and relaxation. So inshallah, I'm going to try to do some more live streams a bit later on, and otherwise, if I don't come on live, that means I'll be busy. So some of you guys had questions, and I'm just going to answer some of your questions. I think I'll just check out the questions that you guys had, and if you have any questions, you can ask the questions over here as well. Ya Allah. All right, so your questions. Okay, someone asked this question. Name one personality trait that you love and the most in people, and one that you hate the most. So humbleness. I like humbleness in people, and I hate arrogance. Yeah, I think a lot of people can. Let me know what do you guys name one personality trait that you love. Put in the comments. Okay. So can you wish my friend happy birthday? Happy birthday, your friend. MashaAllah. May Allah give you many blessed years, barakah in your time and your ibadah as well. Yeah. So it's not my birthday. My birthday is another time. I'm not going to tell you when my birthday is. Yeah, because you probably start stalking me or something. All right. Okay. Another person's asked a question. Are maintenance loans permissible? So maintenance loans basically work on the idea that you borrow, but I think that's how it works. You borrow money from a financial institute or a bank, and then you kind of pay them back later on. So this generally would not be allowed because it's based upon riba. However, due to circumstances, it possibly be allowed, depending on the person's circumstances. If they can't get access to Okay, someone else goes, is it permissible to listen to classical and calm music which doesn't involve promoting haram, as it greatly helps with studying? Jazakallah. There are some scholars who allow that. So amongst the Hanafis, there's a Sheikh Abdul Ghani al-Nablusi, yeah, who is on the permissibility, on the position that if there's some sort of benefit for it and there's nothing that's rude or anything like that in there, then there is scope for that. Yeah, so some scholars have given permissibility. However, a lot of them have said no, it's not allowed generally. So if a person was to take that position for this purpose, then there's scope for it. Yeah, but generally, you know, pop music and all that kind of stuff, no. Can you sing happy birthday? Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. I went to the zoo and what's that? What's that story? I went to the zoo and I saw a monkey and I thought it was you. You want that one? That version. The different versions of it. If you found £10 on the road and spent it and later on realized you shouldn't have, what do you need to do? Then you basically need to send £10 to me, to an address that I'll give you, and I will then spend it in the right places. Basically, I'll go buy myself some food and we'll both be happy. No, so basically, if you have £10 and you find £10, what you need to do basically is you need to give it into charity. Yeah, or if you advertise it, if you can't find anyone, just give it to charity. And if someone does turn up, then you'll have to give them £10. Otherwise, just give it to charity. So £10, give it to charity. Okay, let's see, is there anything else? See if there's any more questions you guys have. So is there anyone else's birthday today? Anybody else? Anybody else? All right, let's see. Yeah, so alhamdulillah, in Quduri lessons, if you guys have been following the Quduri lessons, we actually finished the whole of Tahara. Yeah, so mashallah, entire chapter of Tahara has been finished, and I think I've done it in 57 lessons. Yeah, 57 lessons. And it was something I actually started off the Quduri lessons. I remember I used to have this laptop, a Toshiba laptop. Yeah, it was an old Toshiba laptop. And I started those lessons on there and I thought, you know what, I'm going to explain Quduri, and then slowly picked up, and then I stopped at lesson 26, so I think it was 26. And then a lot of people contacted me and said, please, can you continue? Then I thought, oh, chalo, let me continue again. And then alhamdulillah, continued. And with your guys' support, mashallah, it's almost a year now. Actually, it is a birthday, but not my birthday. It's my patron's birthday. So my Patreon channel has reached about almost a year now. It's going to be almost a year. I think, what do you guys think? Shall we celebrate the birthday of my patron? So put in the comments, let me know if you think I should celebrate, and tell me what kind of celebration we should do. Yeah, so alhamdulillah, it's been a year, and mashallah, I've made, in the entire year, actually I've got to figure out how many videos I've made altogether. I made loads of videos this year. I think it's the most videos I've ever made in an entire year is this year. Yeah, with your support, mashallah. Your Ajurumiya series is so good. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much. Ariana Grande Snapchat vlogs. That's a bit of a long name. AGSV. Right, AGSV says Ajurumiya series is very good. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much. And guys, subscribe to, I don't have Snapchat, but subscribe to Ariana Grande Snapchat vlogs. Yeah, I'm sure there's some excellent vlogs in there. A friend of mine wants to give my address as hers so that her son can go to the school in my catchment area because it's a very good school. Would that be allowed Islamically? I mean, the issue here would be that, is the school actually wanting to know if you live there, or do you just have to have your name on the address? I think they just want to know if your name's on the address. So it wouldn't be technically like deception, because like the requirement is that you have to have an address. So whether you live there, it's not like you're signing a document that you're saying that you live there. If she has to sign a document to say that she lives there, then that wouldn't be allowed, because then you're lying. If someone did wrong to you, how will you deal with it? It depends what kind of wrong they've done, right? If they, for example, like took the last Rolo, then that's it, flying kick in the head. Depends what kind of wrong. Yeah, some types of wrongs you ignore, sometimes you don't. Okay. Celebrations. I love celebrations. Yes. So come on, tell me, guys. So what kind of celebration? If it's like something which is practical, I can do. I will do. Inshallah. Maybe have a cake with patron written on there. Yeah. How many patrons? That might be a good idea. Triple chocolate mousse cake. Triple chocolate mousse cake. I never heard of a triple chocolate mousse cake. So suggestion: send this triple chocolate mousse cake to me, and then I'll be able to tell you guys what it's like. Okay, do some more videos of Buyu from Kuduri, please. So I finished the what do you call it, Tahara. So some of you guys said to me, start Buyu. I'm thinking, shall I start Buyu or not? Because I think to understand Buyu, you need to first of all understand how Buyu works, and then after that you kind of go into Kuduri. Otherwise, when a student directly goes into Kuduri trying to understand Buyu, then it's a bit confusing, I think. So before I actually do Buyu in Kuduri, I actually explain certain rules. And actually, by the way, I've got a whole series on Buyu. I don't know why you guys are asking for Buyu. I've got a whole series on Buyu. Remember the one that I done? It's not like written on the screen. It's just, what I am actually thinking of doing is I'm doing a series like this. So I'll be just like explaining a book. I'm going to be going through a series of Hanafi books, and I'll just be explaining it like this. It saves me time from having to write. So because I've actually done one Kuduri, I think I'll think about, that might be a good idea, I think. You guys let me know what you guys think. But yeah, cake, yeah. What kind of cake should I get? Red velvet. Okay, so I'm pleased by making a vlog, please. Celebrate by making a vlog. I make vlogs all the time, bhai. That's nothing new. Come on, I gotta celebrate. That's normal. I mean, the day in the life vlog. Oh, one of those ones. Day in the life vlogs. Okay, Naeem Anthony, mashallah, alaikum assalam. Naeem, any advice to a Darul Uloom student who finished third year how to spend a productive holiday before starting the next year, inshallah? Yes. What you need to do is relax, chill out, go for a holiday for a few days maybe. Rejuvenate yourself, all that kind of stuff. The thing that I think you should do is spend your time reading. Do that. Split your day. So part of your day you use it for reading, and part of your day for relax and rest. So you don't want to kind of like overburden yourself. So maybe meet some scholars, go around meeting some scholars, different types of people. That way I think you'll benefit in the holiday. So go around, meet some scholars. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Okay, if a person has delayed paying zakat and then loses all his money, will he still have to pay zakat of the years before lost money? So according to Hanafis, if a person has money and then that money is a year has passed and zakat become necessary, but then they lose all their wealth, right? Then according to Hanafis, they don't have to give zakat on it unless they consume the wealth. So if they consumed it themselves, they used it up, then they'll have to give zakat on it. Otherwise they don't. Okay, print out special shirts and hijabs for your patrons. Who would be interested in Roots of Knowledge t-shirts and hijabs? Yeah, who would be interested? Actually, that might be a good idea, I'll see what the interest is like, and then I want you guys to design me a design for it. You guys come out with some designs, send it to me, and I'll see, inshallah. That actually might be a good idea. Yeah, pick one of your designs, and it can become like, okay, Salam Sheikh. If someone has read Aqidah Tahawiyya, which book in English would you recommend next? In English, I'm not too sure in English, I'm not too sure the range of books available in English. There's actually, in English Aqidah, I'm not too sure about English. There's Arabic, there's quite a few. There's actually a series, I would say. There's a series by Dr. Omar Al-Ashqar. Yeah, Omar Ashqar. He's got a series on Aqidah. So he's got like on Allah and on the angels and on stuff like that. So he's got the whole series. I think that would be very good if you can go through that. Dr. Omar Al-Ashqar is called. Dr. Omar Al-Ashqar. Okay, with a box of cupcakes. Okay, that's an amazing idea. What dua we have to say when we wake up in the morning? We say, where's the breakfast? No, you say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. You say Alhamdulillah alladhi ahyana ba'da ma amatana wa ilayhi nushur. Okay, I'm full of ideas. Alhamdulillah, mashallah, mashallah. Do a sufa serve a special coffee which their teachers more lively, makes them more lively? No, I wish they did. Actually, I've got this coffee. One of my friends or students, he actually sent this. Yeah, one of the students sent this. And this is from Kenya. So have any of you ever had this coffee before? This student's from Kenya and he sent this, right? And I don't know if you guys have ever had this coffee before. Let me know what it's like. I'm not really too much of a coffee enthusiast, right? So he sent this, and he also sent these tea bags as well. Right, these tea bags are okay. They're good. They're good. Yeah. You know what I would like to do? I would like to go on a tea adventure. Yeah. So some sort of like tea trip where you go around tasting different types of tea, different places. I heard there's a place in London which actually does tea, and there's like some very expensive tea in there. You're looking at something like, you know, one cup is a few £100 of tea, cup of like, you know, one cup of tea. So it's a bit too expensive for me. Not going to be drinking that. I think every sip I'll be counting. This sip is £20 sip. This sip is, you know, £30 sip. But yeah, so imagine that. I don't know, what do you guys, are you guys coffee enthusiasts? Do you guys like tea? Do you guys like none of them? Are you more of a cold drink enthusiast? Yeah, fund that trip. Yeah, that'd be good. You know, maybe, you know what I want to get? You know, this is something I've been looking for. You know those kind of cups that you have? You have these kind of cups, basically, which are made from clay pots. So these clay pot cups, you put tea into them. I've seen some YouTubers, you know, in India, drink tea from there. And I've been in Pakistan for a long time, but I've never actually seen tea being served in clay cups. I'd like to actually see that. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? So they actually make it in the clay cup. So it has some sort of like essence. It has some flavor of the clay inside of them. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, have you guys ever heard of that? And if you have you ever tasted it? Does it taste good, or is it just a gimmick? So I actually remember, I don't know if you guys were watching one of my vlogs recently. So one of my students, yeah, I went down his house and he basically made for me dahi. So he's Bengali, and in Bengali you say doi instead of dahi, right, which is yogurt. But it was kind of like sweet yogurt. It was really nice. So the guy made for me. I told him, "Bhai, you need to make me this." So he just made me, and it has it's made in a clay sort of like this kind of dish, and I had it. Yeah, mashallah, and it was very nice. Yeah, I've got a little bit left in my fridge, and so yeah, he sent it to me. So it's in a clay kind of pot, and they make the yogurt. I know in Pakistan they make lots of yogurt. Every morning in the milk shop they used to have like these big silver like dishes filled with the yogurt. I haven't seen this teacup. No, don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's the thing, Valerie. You need to taste that. Yeah, I've used them. Yeah. So what does it taste like? Is it good? Why now? Is it good? Yeah, it tastes good, Manisha. MashaAllah. So where have you guys tasted it? Let me know, where have you guys tasted it? Have you guys tasted it in England? Is there any description of the type of perfume that the Prophet ﷺ used to wear? I don't know, you know, I'm not sure. They do mention things like musk. He used to have a fragrance of musk, but I'm not sure. Do you travel around the different countries? Not really. I'm not really too keen on traveling too much. I like going places, but I like to be there without the traveling. So if that's possible. Have you seen Urdugan reciting Quran in the mosque in Cambridge this month? It was so refreshing to see. Yes, mashallah. I saw it on my Facebook yesterday. And mashallah, he's got a very nice voice. Alhamdulillah. My Baba used to make yoga every day. Yeah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. Pakistan, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe in certain parts of Pakistan, but in Karachi, I didn't see anyone there drinking it. Yeah, because usually in the tea shops, Quetawal, call them Quetawal hotels. They don't usually have it. So that's it, man. That's it. So are you? Do you guys prefer tea or do you guys prefer coffee? I bet you like Americans are gonna say coffee. Yeah, I know that. Americans always have to say coffee. So tea, okay, tea, mashallah. Manisha's tea, Ammar's tea, yeah, me tea as well. I'm a tea. So Bali loves both. Okay, Naeem is tea. It's not one of those kind of fancy teas, is it? It's not like chai lattes. Tea, but mango lassi all the way. Tea and mango lassi. Mango lassi. Mango lassi is nice. Yeah, mango lassi, top man. Neither. Wasim, come on, bro. What's this? How come you can't like neither? Yeah. So okay, what do you drink then? Yeah, because if you don't drink tea, if you came down my house and I had to give you something, right, and I put like tea or coffee, you're not gonna drink that. So what would you drink? Water with vinegar. All right, mashallah. Right, proper healthy, man. Yeah, okay, I drink water with vinegar in the mornings. Yeah, very good. Apple cider vinegar in water, excellent for health, very nice. It tastes a bit sour, but it's supposed to be good for you. I don't know, do you guys ever have that? Will it be allowed to share Netflix passwords with family members? I don't see why not. I mean, you're not really kind of like agreeing to something that you're not allowed to share with anyone. That's up to you. I like chai latte. Yeah. Chai latte is good. Okay, chai latte is good. You know, the only thing is it's got too much sugar in there. You're like chai wala. You guys drink at chai walas. Chai wala is good. It's nice, but you know what? It's just that bit of extra sugar they put in. Yeah. Okay, so neither water with vinegar. Okay, Moroccan mint tea, Earl tea, mango tea, and cold brew coffee. Cold brew coffee. That's a new one. Is that like ice coffee? Cold brew. What's a cold? I don't understand what cold brews. Will I get a prize for giving such good idea? We'll see. Can't promise much. Okay, so you guys are enjoying this Friday, huh? So here it's raining outside. It's literally shattering outside with rain. And today there's no Birmingham today. There's no badminton today. There's Birmingham. Birmingham's always there, but there's no badminton today because the students, some of them are students, and they've got exams today. So they basically said we can't make it for badminton. So unfortunately, I won't be having my badminton session today. And as you can tell, I've cut my hair as well. Yeah, so made it a bit short. Yeah, it'll make it a bit more presentable as well. Okay, have you heard of Dr. Waleed, known as the Traveller Imam? He was at Birmingham City Mosque yesterday. Okay, I've heard of him. All right, he's supposed to be doing some sort of trip around Saudi, I think. Is that the one? Starbucks does cold brew, nitrogen made. That sounds a bit dodgy, that is. Nitrogen. So is it not okay? It's like that kind of. Okay, so what's that called? Nitrogen. Liquid nitrogen. You said you show a Sufa library today. You want to see a Sufa library? Okay, I will show you a Sufa library, but I won't be able to do it today. So inshallah, because the lighting, I think I'll show you another day. Inshallah, Sufa library. I'll show you books. There's lots and lots of books in there. So there's a lot to go through. I think I'll do it on my. I'm just thinking. Should I do it on my camera or should I? Don't know. Do you think scholars should try to understand huruf muqatta'at or just accept that it's a mystery to us? Yeah, I think it's just to accept it as a mystery. I don't think there's any sort of kind of reason to go into it. That's the one, the good talk. Alhamdulillah, it's on the Central Mosque page. Alhamdulillah. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Yeah, I might have a look at that one. How's Catty? Catty's good. Catty's good. She's basically kind of like become a bit mad. I think she's a bit crazy. She goes through these mad phases where she just starts doing crazy things, running around, jumping up and down, chasing people around the room, chasing dresses, chasing feet, chasing fingers. She just jumps on people's necks and shoulders. So yeah, she's a bit crazy. I think that's the age where they reach where they become a bit mental. Yeah, it's mental age. So she's only a kitten at the moment, but when she becomes a fully grown cat, hopefully she should calm down, inshallah. So have any of you guys got cats? Show me your cats. Send pictures of your cats to me. I want to see your cats. I don't know, can you send pictures on Curious Cat? Yeah, I don't know if you can send pictures. You might be able to, I'm not sure. So I'd like to see what kind of cats you guys have. Shouldn't she have another kitten friend? You know what? That might be a good idea, but then it's a bit too much of a headache. Trying to take care of her is a big thing. But yeah, maybe another kitten. Should take her on play dates. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Start some proper bid'ats, yeah? Start some proper bid'ah over here. Thank you very much. Why now? Actually, that might be a good idea to have like a cat or something on a t-shirt, Roots of Knowledge. Maybe just have that kind of cat silhouette or something. Her silhouette onto a t-shirt. That might be a good idea. So anyway, Dreams course went very well, mashallah. I don't know if you guys attended online or you attended in person, but it went very good, alhamdulillah. And I'm thinking it might be a good idea next time just to extend it a bit, because this time was 4 hours and I had to go over about half an hour. So maybe next time I'm thinking 5 hours would be a good thing. And it might be a good idea to do in different cities as well. Yeah, I mean, I can do it online, but the only thing on online is I need interaction, that's the thing. So these kind of courses, you need interaction, you need to speak to the audience, get feedback, right? That's how I like to have these courses. So let me know if you're in a city in the UK and you guys can set it up. I'm thinking maybe I can come down, I can deliver the course. If you're in a city and you've got a reasonable number of people turning up, why not? I mean, I can deliver a dream course over there. I don't think anyone else has done a dream course, have they? They might have, I'm not sure. But it might be a good idea to do some of these courses that I do. In like a one-day kind of thing, maybe like a one-day on the evolution of fiqh course, or one day on what else is there? Dream course and Surah Fatiha course that I've done, right? So it's like my own notes on Surah Fatiha. I think a one-day kind of course might be a good idea. Yeah, where we can have an event and come down, deliver the event. But obviously there's going to have to be people there. It's not just going to turn up and under a tree. Yeah, there's just like one or two, like a doll and a teddy bear and like a kitten running around. Yeah, it's going to have to be something good. So introduction to 17 lessons course. Yeah, introduction to 17 lessons. Maybe even delivering all the 17 lessons. Yeah, might be a good idea. Might be a good idea. Delivering all the 17 lessons course like in one day, maybe over 2 days. And so people get a taster for it, and so they can start the course online. That might be a good thing. Imagine that. Yeah, that actually might be a good idea, to go around, tailor the course so it can be delivered in a whole one-day seminar, and then people will, in one day get a taste of Quran, of how to translate Quran. Is it true that the early Hanafis were quite skeptical of Abu Hurairah as a reliable hadith narrator? Not to my knowledge. I mean, there is a discussion that Isa ibn Aban, he has regarding fatwas of a Sahabi who is غير مجتهد, and he goes against qiyas. Yeah, so fatwa of Sahabi is غير مجتهد, goes against qiyas. That's mentioned by and it's attributed to Isa ibn Aban, but we don't have any sort of records of any other narrator or any other person that has actually said that. Allah knows best. So what do you guys think? Who would be up for it? Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe people could organize it in their own communities, get people, and it doesn't have to be a big venue, it can be a reasonable venue, but it might be actually a good way to start in locality, especially in communities where people want to do things but there's nothing going on. A lot of communities like that. Maybe the masjids are not very accommodating, or I don't know, there's a lot of youngsters but they kind of like, the only access they have is through online. So I think there's going to be a lot of places out there who would be interested. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's going to be a good idea. And yeah, I think international, guys. Now I'm starting to think international, man. So international might be good as well. Somewhere abroad, might be even somewhere like Pakistan, India. I don't know if I'll get a visa to India. Bangladesh might be nice. See the tigers as well. Yeah, so I think these kind of ideas, these are good. And alhamdulillah, if people benefit from these kind of courses, and people can get close to the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and why not? That's the main thing, isn't it? The main point is, a lot of people, through online, a lot of people would obviously prefer live interaction. I think okay, so that's my idea number 2 today. I still no prize. Mashallah, I give you a prize. Yeah, why now is mashallah today's favorite follower. So why now, guys, is our favorite follower of today. Mashallah, and that's the prize they get. CSDF. Okay, CSDF. Mufti, why does it always rain on Fridays? It doesn't always rain, but yeah, I know it rains quite a lot on Fridays. So why does it rain on Fridays? Allahu Alam. Only Allah knows best. Muhammad Ismail, how is it to mark the death anniversary of Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani? What this involves is meaning his life story and his achievements. Marking the death of any individual person is fine, nothing's wrong with it. As long as we don't believe it to be like something which is a religious, that we have to do as part of the religion, and on this particular day doing it is more rewarding or less rewarding. That's something which is not allowed. But otherwise, marking any Sahabi or Tabi'i or famous scholar or famous individual in history. Okay, Ali, I have an issue of forgetting things inshallah in salah, like how many sajdas I've done. I'm meant to ignore and assume I've done more, but what if someone yells my name and I'm confused if I did ruku and sajda? It's fine, just do sajda sahwa at the end and inshallah it'll be accepted. Ullu kapatta, beautiful white turban today, jazakumullah khair. Basically my other turban, I forgot it at home. So this is a kind of a shawl that I kind of just use sitting on my seat. So I just thought, just wrap it around my head. Jazakallah khair, thank you very much. Now you're wearing white. Yeah, so you prefer white over black. That's what it is, isn't it? Okay, CSDF, could you do a consistent series on Nahu similar to your Sarf one? Yeah, so I've got a Nahu one. So if you check out my Ajurumiyah, check out Ajurumiyah. I don't know if you've seen that. Will I get answer in my dream for istikhara? Not necessarily. So, personally, I prefer, there's 2 methods of istikhara. I've got a video on it on my YouTube channel. There's 2 methods of istikhara. One is the method where, you do istikhara and then you wait for a dream, etc. And then you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. There's a second method which is, I believe is more preferred. And that method is where, whatever you want to go for, you make sure that it's the thing that you want to do. You check everything out. And the last thing is, before you sign the dotted line, before you say yes, just do istikhara and go for it. So let's say, for example, I want to buy a house. So I've looked at the house, I've checked it all out. And then I go to the estate agents. And then before I sign, I go home, I do two rakats, I pray istikhara, and then I just go to the place and sign it. Now that istikhara, I believe, is the more practical way of istikhara, and it's the one which, it comes in the hadith. But the other one's valid as well. Many of the early scholars accepted this. And the reason I think this one is the more practical one is because it saves people from confusion of always having to look for dreams or signs. It doesn't make sense to me. Istikhara is supposed to be something which is just like you ask Allah, you go for it. And then if it's supposed to be meant for you, Allah will make everything happen. So I'll get the house. And if it's not meant to happen for me, then Allah will make something happen in the way and I won't get it. That's basically what istikhara is, right? So you planned everything. Let's say you want to get married to someone. You checked everything out. You're happy with it. Your family's happy with it. They're happy with it. All you have to say is yes or no. And then you do istikhara and just say yes, go for it. Now, if it's not going to happen for you, maybe on their side something will happen. Maybe on your side something will happen. Maybe it'll break off. That's the sign of the istikhara. So the istikhara is like something which it will happen or it won't happen. It's not something where you decide. A friend of mine ordered a kid's meal for herself in a restaurant because there was an offer, and even though she knew her child didn't want it. Wouldn't that be wrong? Not really. I mean, if they want to have a kid's meal, that's fine. I received note from a brother saying that wiping the face after dua is not a sunnah. Is this correct? There's ikhtilaf regarding this, basically. However, majority of the early scholars like Ibn Hajar rahimahullah and other famous scholars have said that wiping over the face is actually considered to be from the sunnah, and it's actually considered to be something which is good to do as well, recommended. You don't have to do it, but it's good to do. So yeah, actually I remember when I was in Takhassus, I actually did a whole dissertation on this, an essay on this. It's about 50 pages essay on this whole issue of wiping over the face. It's in Arabic. I don't know where it is now, but it's in Arabic. But the conclusion was that yeah, it's valid. So there are difference of opinion of scholars, but majority of the scholars were on the validity of it. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Sophia. MashaAllah, MashaAllah, Sister Sophia. How are you? How is the weather where you are? As you can see, weather over here is cold and it's raining. MashaAllah. Ali, would you advise a person who has waswas and wudu to wipe over socks instead of washing feet? Also, how do you do wudu in 1 minute? I mean, possibly, Ali. Yeah, if a person is suffering from waswasa, they can possibly take that position because of their waswasa, I would say. How do you do wudu in 1 minute? Actually, I should record it, shouldn't I? A 1 minute wudu. So maybe I'll record that one. CSDF, how have you considered touring or visiting masjid in the UK, teaching your 17 lessons or doing it as course like Dream Evolution? Yeah, I've actually considered. The problem is you know, masjids have too many sort of like conditions and too many kind of like politics. That's why I don't really like getting involved in masjids. And in the masjids, the problem with the masjids is it's not open to everyone. You don't get, not all the masjids are open to women, or you know, they're not really catering. So this is why I think it should be in a neutral venue. I would prefer a neutral venue. If it's a masjid and they got facilities, alhamdulillah, and otherwise, you know, in a place that's a neutral venue, I don't mind. Can you gift your share of an item whose benefit doesn't remain after being divided? I don't understand. Give me an example. Okay, I saw my start from when I was little leave his finger up during tashahhud, durood and dua in salah, alhamdulillah. What is takhassus fil fiqh and what does one study? So takhassus fil fiqh is basically, so when you study fiqh, you're basically trying to understand what the mas'alas are saying and the evidences. Takhassus fil fiqh, what they do is they teach you application of fiqh. In other words, how you apply it, how you reference books and apply. That's what it basically is. So it's basically like, you know, like imagine becoming a doctor. It takes you about 5 years to become a doctor. And then 2 or 3 years training you do. That 2 or 3 years is takhassus. That's what it's like. So let's say you become a mechanic. You study theoretically all of mechanics, car mechanics. And then 1 year you do practical application. That would be like takhassus. So takhassus is the application. You learn how to apply fiqh and all that. He is Deobandi. Is this in the Hanafi school? I thought it was just Salafis. No, actually, the raising of the finger. So basically, I mean, I might be good to make a video on this. Hanafis do not say you put your finger down. They say it's lowered. It's lowered. So actually, we don't have any sort of like reference from the early Hanafis to say how the finger should be dealt with. So because it's not mentioned in the early Hanafi works, it's later Hanafis who have mentioned lowering of the finger. And the hadith actually mentions, like in Nasai, it just says he used to raise his finger, then he used to lower it. Lower, that's it, lower. So lower just can be like this. So this is why it's not a big issue. CSDF, have you thought about doing podcasts, maybe interview your fellow teachers? Yeah, I think a podcast. The problem with podcasts, there are so many podcasts nowadays, if you've seen. the market is now basically kind of saturated now. And the other thing is, podcast takes a long time, and you have to have very good equipment, and you have to have a very good studio and stuff. Otherwise, people are not going to listen. So if you look at my YouTube channel, I've got in my playlist, a few podcasts we did do in the past, but just didn't materialize. The Imam sometimes raising his index finger whilst making dua in the second Arabic khutbah. Is this a sunnah? It's considered to be a mustahab. It can be considered to be a mustahab act. Raising of the finger, but not sunnah. Consider starting WhatsApp group for students. WhatsApp group. The thing is as some of you guys know who are on WhatsApp groups with me, or you guys know how I reply very late sometimes, and because I'm quite busy, so it's difficult. I'm not really on my phone too much on my WhatsApp groups, so I probably only give priority to the kind of work WhatsApp groups that I have for work purposes. Otherwise, other WhatsApp groups, I'll probably put it on the back burner. Yeah, so that's the kind of thing with these. Wa alaikum assalam, Caribbean boy. I think if when you have time, it would be good to do a series on Usul al-Shashi and Nukhbat al-Fikr. By the way, great work, mashallah, Allah reward you, alhamdulillah. So I've got an Usul al-Shashi, school recordings, but it's only open to my patrons at the moment. That's only access to my patrons. And I'm actually starting Nukhbat al-Fikr with my students, full-time students, and I'll be recording that and I'll be putting it up for my patrons as well. So patrons, get ready for Nukhbat al-Fikr as well. Jazakallah khair, thank you very much. Might actually be a good idea, again, one of these kind of city tours, right? Going to a place and doing like a crash course on Usul al-Shashi, maybe covering parts of Usul Fiqh, something like that, Usul Hadith. I think that might be another good thing to kind of go into, which is I think there's a lot of people out there who want to study stuff, but first, before they study, they want to get into it. They want to understand, like, have an intro or something. And these intros, you can say maybe something like you could do like an intro on Usul Fiqh, or intro on Usul Hadith, or Usul even Quran, Tafsir, something like that. I think if a person, this is like what I believe. If a person's studying, before they study, they should study like the gist of the science. They should have the whole science taught to them, like in a gist, like an introduction. And that way, when they go into the science, they know what they're getting themselves into. And unfortunately, what happens to a lot of people is they go into the science and they don't know what they're expecting. And it kind of like just becomes very confusing to them, because it's like imagine you can see, like, when you have you have your Google Maps and you can see your entire your kind of journey, and you know exactly what's going to happen on the way. It makes it very easy to make decisions when you're driving. But if you don't know where you're going exactly, you've got it on the map and you're just kind of like coming across it, each kind of point as it comes, it becomes a bit difficult, right? So I think that's one of the things. Okay, is triple talaq is right away to give divorce to your wife? What is your viewpoint? No. Okay, the best talaq to give is one talaq. You give one talaq and that's it. That's the best talaq. What do you think of new Messiah trailer and how the Dajjal main character is Dajjal inspired? Yeah, I was shocked at that. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen the Messiah trailer. It was originally, I think it was called Messiah the Dajjal, Messiah Dajjal, and it's ajib. I mean, these guys are making, and obviously they're making it for a lucrative purpose, but it's the idea that they have, and they're making it global, and maybe this is part of the coming of the Dajjal. Maybe this is the kind of things that are going to happen. Allah knows best. If the woman became pure after 2 days of bleeding istihada, will she need to do ghusl? If the woman became pure after 2 days of bleeding istihada, no, then she doesn't do ghusl, she does wudu. How far in the UK would you be willing to travel for these courses? It depends. I mean, it depends the audience, how many people would be willing to attend. So I probably, if I get like an audience of maybe 50 to 100 at least people, then I'd consider it. Otherwise, I wouldn't consider it. Have you seen any videos of engineer Muhammad Ali Mirza? What are your thoughts on him? I've seen a few. unfortunately, it's just sad because he just seems to be someone who has read a lot. He's very, very good at reading stuff, and the tone that he uses is a very derogatory tone against some ulama sometimes and some imams, etc. So I don't really kind of agree with him. So this is the thing, isn't it? It's like we're living in an age now you can get access to information of all sorts, but the problem is at the same time that access of information is causing people to get confused and not being able to see an expert. So the things that he comes out with, the way that he packages the information, it sounds very appealing, but in reality, packaging is not all about packaging. It's about expertise. So this guy doesn't seem to have expertise in sciences. It's just that he's taking what people are saying and he's repackaging it in like for common people, and he's slowly starting to add his own like footnotes to it, which I think is dangerous. With all the information overload out there, they can doing any work. How would you stay motivated knowing it's going to be put away the next day and not seen again? Most lectures won't view again due to lack of time. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? I think people in these kind of situations, people need to become more structured, have focus only on a few subjects, or maybe just on one subject, and go for it and ignore everything else. Even if you get tempted that I've got to do this course as well, I've got to do this course and I've got to read this book, just put it on a side burner, just put it, okay, for later reading, but focus on what you want to do. I would say focus on what you want to do. That's the best way. Otherwise, what happens is sometimes you get so much, like I get this as well, so many books and so many audio lectures I want to listen to, but then I just don't get time. So I focus a lot on Quran. Quran is the main thing. I always try to focus on Quran, and then slowly other things that I'm focusing on the side, I try to do them. Have you heard the audio clips of Maulana Zuhair Ruhani Al-Bazi in Urdu? Yes, I've heard a few of them. Yeah, mashallah, very nice, very, very nice. Alhamdulillah. If someone had taken his videos and made like, visual art with it as well, so that people can actually see, I think that would be very good. Maybe someone should contact them, someone invest in that. That'd be excellent. You're welcome, mashallah, jazakallah khair. Okay, so anyway, I think it looks like my Friday is up. As you guys see, I'm not getting ready for badminton because there is no badminton today. It's just about rain now. So I've got a lesson today. So at 6 o'clock I have a lesson. I study. So normally I used to study Saturday morning, but now the timings have changed a bit. So I study. So inshallah I'm going to be a bit busy at that time. Last Friday, did I win or lose? Actually, won a few matches and lost a few. Yeah, won a few, lost a few. What's your favorite masjid in Birmingham? I think maybe it'd probably have to be favorite masjid. Masjid Isa bin Maryam is a very nice mosque in Hall Green. Masjid Isa bin Maryam. Besides that, I think, because it depends what you mean by nice. Is it like nice as in nice atmosphere, or is it nice building, or nice recitation? Depends. I kind of look at it as a nice place where you feel comfortable. Isa bin Maryam is a very nice one. Amana I think is probably. Amana is Isa bin Maryam Masjid. Yeah, I think these are the kind of main masjids. Other masjids are good, but they're not always the kind of like nice kind of environment. So the local masjid that I'm at, Saddam Hussein Masjid, that's very good. It's called Saddam Hussein, by the way. Yeah, mashallah, very nice. What books are you? I'm studying Quduri. I'm studying Quduri. So basically, it's a kind of dars where we have some scholars from around the UK and different parts of the world, where we get together and we have like one of the scholars, he presents the dars, and other scholars, we have discussions on topics then. So sometimes we just spend like a whole lesson, 1 hour, just on like 2 or 3 words, like in the text. So Quduri text is a very, very interesting text, and it's very useful for people who want to increase their fiqh and understanding. Okay, wa alaikum assalam, Sister Hamida. MashaAllah, nice to have you join us. Caribbean, I totally agree with you about a crash course on usul before actually course. Yeah, definitely. I'm all for that. Yeah. Wiping when you pass wind in an wiping when you pass wind is an innovation, but what if you feel bloated and try to force wind? I don't understand. Feeling, should a person wipe or ignore? Wiping, I don't understand. Wiping. Okay. Is khiyar ru'ya finished if you saw the pics on eBay after ijab and qabul? Not necessarily. You have to see in the real thing. Yeah, you'd have to see. Or if the pictures are live pictures. Okay, CSDF. One study, or should one study subjects of fiqh in fiqh books that are not related to modern times? Some issues are non-issues for the modern world. So people should study fiqh. Basically, it depends. If you just want to know how fiqh works, then study the modern books. But if you want to become an expert in fiqh, you need to study the classical works. So studying the classical works basically gives you an understanding how the madhab works. So now in the future, when you have to give fatwa, you'll know exactly what the limits are in the madhab. So that's why it's very important to study classic. If you want to become an expert, if you don't want to become an expert, you just want to learn about the fiqh, etc., then I would suggest study the modern books. Okay, so Sheikh, advice for Talib in Madrasa in UK. Advice is work hard. Wiping back passage out of fear of filth exiting. Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, unless you've got some medical issue, you don't have to. Any intention to come to the Caribbean, Guyana? I mean, if I got invited over there, then inshallah, why not? Why not? If there's a good audience there as well. Do a clip on fiqh of using a mobile phone. That will be interesting. Fiqh of using mobile phone. Yeah. Number one masala is make sure you watch Roots of Knowledge. Have you read Sheikh Akram? Okay, what's the difference between marfu hadith and mawsul hadith? So there's a difference of opinion in Muqaddimah ibn Salah. But generally, according to Ibn Hajar rahimahullah, marfu hadith is that one attributed to the Prophet ﷺ, and mawsul simply means a hadith which is linked. But there's ikhtilaf of Ibn Abdul Barr and others. Have you read Shaykh Akram Nadwi's fiqh book? No, I haven't. Why now? Were there any usuliyin who were not fuqaha? I love usul fiqh, but not fiqh itself. Yes, actually there were many who were. You see, generally people who were into usul fiqh, they were into ilm al-kalam. It came hand in hand. So there were many people like Abul Mansur al-Maturidi, famous Maturidi scholar. He was actually a famous usuli as well, but he wasn't famous in fiqh. Okay, what about amount of filth? Filth excused in Hanafi? Yes. So in Hanafi madhab, you can have filth up to the size of a coin. On balance, do you think social media has brought more khair or shar to the ummah? It's difficult to say. Because it's difficult to gauge the khair and the shar. It's just like, have humans brought more khair and shar? Similar. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah Valerie. FIFA, why do Hanafis accept mursal hadith? Yeah, so this is basically to do with the idea of what was understood as being a mursal in the days of Abu Hanifa. So in the days of Abu Hanifa, hadith collection and compilation and the critique of hadith was different from later on. So that's why when we say mursal, Abu Hanifa's understanding of mursal was not what the later Hanafis saw as mursal. So it's a very big topic. There's actually a book which is in 2 volumes called Al-Mursal Hadith by this lady in Saudi. She's called Hissa binti Abdul Aziz. Hissa binti Abdul Aziz. She's written a 2-volume book on Mursal. So it's a detailed topic. What's the thing we should try to do hifz in terms of mutun? It's try to memorize one matan of every subject, that's all. Yeah, very basic one. If one faints for the limit of 5 prayers and woke up before the time of the 6th prayer had passed, will he make up the qada? There's ikhtilaf between Imam Muhammad and between Abu Hanifa. Do you know of any good lecture series on ilm al-firasa? No, I haven't. First time I've heard someone would have a series on it. When I do my tahajjud prayer, I feel like making my dua in my local language and sujood without passing outwards. Yes, possible. It's possible. Possible, inshallah. Why not? Okay, so inshallah I have to go now. I'm going to go because it's going to be Maghrib time soon. So Jazakumullah khair. Thank you guys for watching this live stream. And sorry from the beginning for having the cutting and whatever. So inshallah I will see you guys next time. And let me know of any sort of ideas you guys have. Yeah, and patrons, you guys let me know, because it's going to be the anniversary of our friendship, alhamdulillah. So I want to make it special. So you guys let me know what you guys think, inshallah. and post it to me or email it to me or put it on Curious Cat even. Yeah, put it on Curious Cat, inshallah. So, all right, Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much. And I will see you guys next time. No more ideas. You get, mashallah, mashallah. Prize. Right, you. It looks like you were born on the day of prizes. Okay, meetup event. Yeah, meetup event. Why not? That'd be good. And that's possible. If maybe people, tell me what cities you're in, maybe put on Curious Cat or something private, and maybe we can have a meetup event. Maybe just like some restaurant or something. Go down, have a munch as well. Yeah, that'd be good. So, Jazakumullah khair. Thank you very much, guys. And I will see all of you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.